We're back with more Power Wash Simulator. After nearly finishing our Symphony of the Night yesterday, we finally managed to unlock Power Wash, so let's get to cleaning. I have changed up the setup for this multi-world a little bit for Power Wash. I actually ended up, let me go and show it real quick. I'm creating my own little script to create the YAML from scratch because I want to do a all level hunt setup, but I don't want it to have a whole bunch of long levels. It'll just take this run to make this run take absolutely forever. So what I did is I created a little script here to separate them all based off of what I deem them, the decent, how long they would take. So then I got short levels, medium levels, long levels, and I separated each one based off of that. And I combine them all. Then I will pick a number from each category and we'll create our level list based out of that. So I'm picking 15 short levels, 6 long levels, and 2 long levels. And then we're setting it up as level hunt at 100% of the levels. So we're going to clean every single one of those levels. So that will change up each of our runs a little bit because we'll have different long levels every time. But at the same time, we're not going to be, just pick and choosing our levels, because last time we did that, it was just constantly hunting for like, all right, which ones are some short levels? Which ones can we knock out real fast? But in this particular situation now, we don't even have to think about which levels we need to do because we need to do all of them. And we'll see exactly how long this takes and see how it feels. But yeah, I just wrote this up from scratch, and I posted it in the Power Wash Discord, or Power Wash section of the Archipelago Discord. So if anyone wants to take a look at that and tweak it for their own use, go for it. But for now, this is what we're working with. And as you can see, let's see here, 15 short, 6 medium, 2 level is 2 long. Amount of levels is 23, and you can see over here on the side, Power Wash required number of levels is 0 to 23. So that is working properly. So since we don't need to think about what we're doing, we need to do them all. Let's just hop in and get to work. Started cleaning. Let's see. Yes, let's restart the job because I was messing around with this when I was testing. So yes, confirm, restart. This is one of the short levels because while it's a big area, there's not a lot of surface area to clean because this teaches you to use the extensions to be able to get way back there in the back, and they ding off real fast. So this is a short level. It's the short one to get this area here. And then I also set it up to 10% level sanity because we have less levels in the pool. So in order to get an equivalent number of checks for the rest of the games, I set it to 10%. So 23 levels at 10% per check. That means there are 230 checks, and that seems about fitting. So it'll unlock pretty quick, but we'll have a decent amount of them as well. So like I said, we'll see how it feels. We can always tweak it for the next multi-world if we need it. And most of it's going to be trash anyway. It's like there, we got a hard container for Wind Waker and then 2 pieces of trash. So I don't think it'll flood too terribly bad. And with our Symphony of the Night yesterday, we had so many progression items just front loaded into that game. It was kind of ridiculous. I think it was slot lock just being slot lock, being like, all right, we got to make sure there's progression so we can find our first game unlock, and then once there's a game unlock available, then it can start spreading out stuff more. Just the way that kind of works. We're just going to work our way through these levels. nice little clean. Get this closer area first, and then we'll dig through the area in the back with the extension. Ringed Necrodancer. There. That is everything close. Now we'll get everything back there in the back. Put it on the wall. There we go. A little closer. Along this extension that doesn't have incredible range. Hey, diamonds to Necrodancer. These bars get a little annoying because you can see it sticks out past them, so if you hit it, it's just like, nope, gonna jerk your camera around. I think this area, I don't need an extension, yeah. A little bit more coverage. All right, that area I do though. Top. Windows. There. Don't exactly know what I'm missing. Did I get that? I did get that. Oop, the window. Usually miss these outer pillars a little bit, but put on that one. Fence wall base. Let's see. Wall base and then fence. Which fences did I miss? And a fence wall, this guy over here. We're done. Just got some diamonds, a couple items. Nothing that big a deal. All right. Enjoy the carousel. Hopefully this will be less annoying with the trident tip. Nah, you know. Can't turn it back on. Nope, apparently can't turn it back on after you turn it off. I was like, hey, let's just leave it on for the initial bit. Never mind. We are in fact not. That's fine. We have feet. We can walk. Just get as much as the big sections as we can, and we'll go back and do a finer detail clean as needed. we get some areas we should probably focus on because it cleans up pretty quick like that. Garbage. This most of the outside. Bit. Can't remember if I actually need to get on top. I think I do. Yeah. Just do the top real quick. At some point I'll actually get like every section memorized. It's like, all right, I know I need to focus on this area. Like here, I know each one of these top parts is a section, so it's good to knock one out before you move on to the next. Usually pretty quick too, so it's not too bad. I think I have carousel marked as a medium job, I think. This one takes a little bit just because there's a lot of little pieces around, but I could be wrong. I could see this being speed ran pretty quick. And that's how I determined exactly how long I put each one in each section. I put each one is I just looked at the speed running leaderboard, just like, all right, 0 to 9 minutes I consider short, 10 to 20 minutes I consider medium, and then anything longer than 20 minutes is long. And we just go from there. Just kind of a rough estimate. So I can guesstimate about, I don't know, 2 to 3 times it would take me for a speed run to actually get it completed. Because I don't have these levels memorized. I don't know the best route to take. Will I ever get to that point? Probably not. Even though we're going to be playing this for the rest of the year. But we'll see. Just clean out the rest of the top. Surprised that pole top's not getting cleaned. This whole thing instead of pole top. Okay, it is. Alright, that's why. Some of these I'll have to come back and get afterwards, but do that as we see fit. As we come across it. Let's get back to the inside for now. Well, actually, let's get this step section because we can't see that from the inside. Yeah, see stuff like this, I'm wasting a little bit of time doing a second pass when in reality I should have just cleaned that up first time. It's outer platforms, there's area steps. Oh, I need to get underneath it. I always miss the underneath. Just finish this up, and then we'll head to the inside. Probably should have just focused on the steps first pass. Getting everything else just in the splash zone and go from there. We'll figure out routes eventually. Horse, all that, there we go. We'll get each of these panels while we're here. Split it out, focus on each section at a time. Yeah, get the rest of the horse. I should probably get this intersection too while I'm thinking about it. On to the next horse area. Get all the things. Hey, we've unlocked Chrono Trigger. Nice. The only game that is currently locked now is we still have Necrodancer and Wind Waker. Still looking for those. here. Each one of these is different. I think they are, so I should probably get them all while I'm there. Let's get this area. All to clean. Get the floor, nice. Got it all. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get a highlight going on here so we can hopefully see which areas we're missing here. Missing a bunch of this ring. Yep. Topper. This section up here. Just a little bit of that. Not seeing any of the topper that we're missing. Might be a different section somewhere else, maybe like way up top. So I'm not seeing anything up there. Alright, let's take a look at the what we're missing. Simple frame, missing one frame. That little guy. That one. Topper. That is, oh, okay, we're probably missing. Yeah, never mind. Missing underneath. Just hop on all the horses. There we go. Listing frames. Is that on the outside? It is. Alright, so that, I think we're going to need to ladder up to really get some of this. Might be able to hang off the edge. Use the angle of that to get down there. Or maybe scaffolding will be just a little bit easier. A little bit easier, yeah. I can get down on it. We're just having to move this and get different angles and then climb back up, but especially when you get stuck on stairs like that. Stop it. There, there. That. All right. Go to the other side. Can't pick it up when you're on it. Run with it. Let's see here. Missile area. I think just that section, which hopefully we're gonna get all from over here. Maybe. Maybe not. All right, we'll ladder that a little bit. Okay, I think that's most of that. Interesting trim. Just one somewhere. That one. Okay, that. Top. And our rod. Top. That. I missed like all the rods. That rod. Get this one. What are we missing? Celery. I don't see exactly where we're missing. Up here in front, maybe? Where are we missing? Way around this thing. Still apparently missing a big chunk somewhere. Definitely the most annoying parts. Just like, alright, where do you think I'm missing? I've absolutely cleaned every corner of this. I think I still missed something. Why? Alright, moving on. Maybe we'll accidentally get it. So I'm going to do the same thing. No, I actually see dirt in this one. Maybe. We're gonna get more coverage. Anything at all? missing. Have to restart the level to get it to re-register. Because every single one of these is having issues. Guess we got a couple of them because there are 8 rods. At least one of them is considered clean. Area like up in there, like a little crack that we're missing. Don't see anything. Says it's still missing stuff. Somewhere. See, like being like a little crack down there, but I do not see anything anywhere. Pretty sure that doesn't go up into the top. Yeah, there's like not part of it up here. So as we got that one. Let's get it to highlight. Maybe I'm missing a thing. Let's get this one pole base real quick. Which one did I miss? This one. Definitely did miss that. There we go. All right, now these poles. Yeah, I have definitely cleaned all of these. Let's try reloading the level. Is there a way to quickly reload the level without failing it? I think I might need to restart. Save. Yes. Let's try this again. Ding for me this time. on, game. With me here. Like underneath something, maybe? Somewhere. Clearly hitting all of it. You can see it covering it. See if anyone else has any issues with this online. I didn't have any issues with this the first time I ever did this. Oh, we need it moving because it goes up and down. It's a part so we get stuck inside of it. That's right. Now it lets me turn it back on. Okay, previously it didn't do that. Yep, there we go. That makes more sense. I forgot about that a little bit. Alright, now let's finish it off. Let's actually just do this nozzle. Be a little bit quicker. There we go. That's one ready to go. Yeah. Yeah, remember that for the future. Just don't turn it off. Just don't worry about it. That's how you turn a medium level into a long level. This one, yes. This one. there we go. Helm for Necrodancer for all that. Truck. Last time we did this, we didn't have the trident yet. I should go a lot faster. Oh yeah, look at that. All the dings. Hey, Boat of Wind Waker. I'll have a nice setup as soon as that gets unlocked. Side, just move to the front. You can just do big sweeping motions and get most of it. It's pretty nice. Section of the tire we're missing. Is there actually an inside part? There is an inside part. Yep, I get the ramp. Go, get that. And just finish up the inside. These trays, get all up in there. fine. Underneath that cabinet. I think that's most of the inside. Wait, no, get this fire. Very important. It's just gonna be on top now. Ladder, go. So much trash. Sign. Get down underneath, like here. Especially where over here this arrow's at. There we go. All up in those fillings. All that right. Is the sauce like coming through the bun? That's kind of weird. Wider coverage on this thing. Please. Best way to get to that section, I guess, is the ladder, yeah. Roll bun and pull. Ledge, please, so I can jump. Thank you. All right. Let's see. What am I missing? Bonnet section. So over here. There we go. Cab body front. Probably underneath. Maybe angle down below. Not what I was going for, but I'll take it. There we go. Drinks fridge door. Thought I got that. Oh, wrong door. I got the fridge, not the drinks fridge. Lights. Radiant unit. Probably some on the outside. Yeah, right there. Doors. What's this other door? One tire and a rear wheel arch. Not this one though. Probably missing the inside one of these tires. No, not that one. Nope, this one back here. There we go. Buried a chrono trigger. Not that useful. All right. Oh boy, the Ferris wheel. These ones that have moving parts are kind of annoying. Just get all the outer bits first. Masters. Get the rest of this post, please. Go. That is most of this. Just a couple barriers. That one. Get these two. Hey, another Boda Wind Waker. I want to say that's the fire and ice. I don't think we're all the way to light yet. Get a little bit. There we go. This generator should just be at the top, hopefully. What? There we go. Bases. Go ahead and just get the rest of that up there. Maybe we get a good chunk of the wheel itself all down here as well. Too bad with this nozzle and extension. Previously I had to get all the way up in there and it was kind of a lot of work. But this actually not too bad. Get each section as I go by. Getting them. Ooh. The whole star. Nice. Definitely have to get up there and get those, I think. Can't quite get accurate enough, I think, to clean all that. I got all that, so that's at least something. The support. front side. It's fine. I think we got enough for the back. To these as I go by. Barely get the range of those poles. Definitely have to get up there and get the insides of all that though. Let's get the bottom of all this. Keeping the outside. Any more are they? Just up here, just kind of get the outsides. Get as much as we can. Garbage. I believe I still have it set to 55% of the garbage is local, so there's gonna be a lot of it. There we got the star. Mostly what I wanted from all that. Got that generator wiring. Let's try to get the inside a little bit. These poles. Tire outside of a pole. Get the rest of this fence, I believe. Get that this side of most of these planks. Ooh, quite a bit at the top. There we go. Same thing for all these over here. Make sure you get up underneath. Sports. I don't know which post that was, but I'll take it. Bit of this we're missing, probably down here. Big chunk right there as well. Actually, most of it right there. There we go. So these. Inside we're missing. There we go. Alright, that should be most of the outside. Actually, you need this platform trim. So, yeah, a whole bunch underneath it. Go. Post. Can I get the post? That post? Got that post. Let's wrap up the platform real quick. Steps. Get in on those and clean each one of those separately, I think. I have no time to hit everything as we're going by. Alright. Get all these while I'm at it. Bit. It's fine. There's no OSHA violations going on here. Don't worry about it. I'm not getting these spokes, but alright, let's start getting these now. Who knows? Fell off. Oh, alright, I'll get this one then. So many little moving parts. Get everything all in one go. Well, I did. Let me through. Let me through. We got that pole too. This is fine. Nope, Pelican. Yeah, that's fine. Need to get this a little bit anyway. Starting to run out. As I see an entire inside section I still need to clean. little bit over there somewhere. Just a big chunk over here. That pod, this one's still good. Let's see this area I missed. That pod needs cleaned. Okay, got that. Let's see here. Saw that bit I still need. That, oh, there's a little over here. At least it's easy to see from a distance. Folks, let's actually get this just so we can, because I don't need a lot of power, I just need to make sure I hit. I guess I need a little bit more power. Alright, power it is. See. Some on the outside. Go. That's forward, that's forward. One area here. Who knows? Section before it goes away. Good. open that pod before it goes around. Figure out exactly what I'm missing. Let's see here. Spokes, missing a whole bunch of those. That one. All these areas and these lights. Just gotta make sure you get real up in there. Do this one. Just on the underside of that one. Most of the spokes. But there we go. All right. Let's highlight what we're missing here. Platform trim. Oh, really? Okay. Now each trim is separate. That's fine. For some reason I was thinking the whole outside was one long trim, but it's not. It is one for each side. Which pod frames are we missing? Missing two. Tricky to see. Yep, I see one. That guy over there, can't quite reach it from here. Get the other side so we're not looking into the sun. The glare makes it a little bit harder to see. Those. Should hopefully be able to hit the whole thing from here. Okay, got that one. There it is, that guy up there. All right, there we go. And now which rear spokes? Same thing, gonna need to get all up in those lights. Get back down here. Come here. I see you. I'll clean you. I can see you, dirt, right there. I can see you. Get range. There we go. Nice. That's garbage, but we did it. Ancient statue. This one should be pretty quick with this nozzle. I have so far. Not too bad. Where am I going? This way. All the dings. This one we can't do wide sweeping. It hits the not a lot of surface area. Alright. Now each one of these little panels is a check or a spot. So let's just focus these down. Fish people out in the desert. For that part. Looking at a lot of nuts so far, Necrodancer items. Get there something, please. Alright, fine. I'll get it from above. Make sure to only get the parts that I can only see from below. Good chunk of that. So let's just go up above. Start getting this. Take this a little bit. over there in the front. Beat this long of an extension, but whatever. It's either all or nothing. Ew, Mega Dancer. I love all those sync related items that are absolutely worthless on an async. Hey there. Yeah, I do have DMs open, but I usually don't check them when I'm on stream, so I'll check it later. Get thrustless. So, of course, my blue on blue is gonna always make this one annoying, but we'll get there. Already got most of it. There, nope, don't fall off. Oh, no problem. Yeah, it sounds like a pretty interesting event, so I'll definitely have to check that out. Thanks for letting me know exactly what the DM is about, so I'll definitely make that a priority later. Get a bunch of DMs from just a bunch of spams. It's like, all right, what are we dealing with this time? I'm sure you know what I mean. Make the jump. Yep, nice. It's a little bit. Usually once I get to about 99% is when I start looking at the log. It's like, all right, exactly what am I missing? To hopefully get a little bit from this angle here. We have scaffolding. We do. Getting that front part's always a little annoying. Let's see if we can make this jump. All right. As usual, get stuck on stairs. Let's see. Oh, mouse wheel, bad. Let's see that a little bit there. If we can get it, there we go. Nice. Stairs, worst enemy in this game. Alright, now let's see. Let's see exactly what we're missing. Bunch of little bits here. Let's see if there's anything up high while we're at this area. Cheap guard, there we go. Yep. Probably in the back somewhere. Still pinned it. I missed that. Go. Just look over there. Need a better angle on that spot, I think. Alright. Go ahead and get these. A little bit are we missing here? Oh, not these. That one over there. That guy. There we go. Yeah, nice. Probably about the same over here. Oh yeah. See some up there. See here. Got that. Got that. Saw helmet way up there. All right. Probably need to go up top for that. Oh, I'm still missing one arm slab. Which one is that? This little guy. All right. Probably need to go above for that one. Yep. There we go. See quite a bit over there. Crest. Definitely going to be more up top. Alright, let's see what else we got. Feet guard. Here. Underneath it. Yeah, and kind of see over there, I believe. There we go. Get up underneath this helmet. Nice. Which ear? Other ear. And fall down. Yeah, it's fine. There's a ramp here. And fall off the ramp. That's just what we do. See a whole bunch up there. decoration. I saw helmet crest. There we go. Right up here in this little crack. Let's see where. So, oh, there we go. Nice. Base slabs. Yep, didn't quite make that jump. Next slab, then a face, but whatever. We'll take it. Just missing the necklace. Probably need to come at it from above. I like these little corners here. Go. And a bunch of garbage. That's fine. Be clean. Alright, let's see what else we got. Alright, out of locations, should be able to knock out all the vehicles real fast. Definitely not going to match the speedrun record, but you know what? Going to get close. Until, you know, I get to the end and miss like one or two things. Nope, don't miss up. I don't know how many times they do that in speedruns. Yeah, this is the part. It's like, alright, well, what am I missing? Wheels. And all the windows. Come on, mirror. Come on, mirror. Hit that last little bit. Where's it at? Oh, probably underneath it. Yep, it's always underneath it. Hey, rainbow helm to Chrono Trigger. Not the worst. What else we get? Trident. Piece of heart. Yeah, nothing great. Jewel sword. Symphony of the Night. I don't know exactly the weapons in Symphony of the Night, so I don't know if that's actually useful or not. Probably not, honestly. Yes, this tiny little thing. It's the only thing where the trident's probably not great on, just because it's such pinpoint area. It's hard to get really thin things like this. But, actually not too bad. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Did that send out anything of note? Ooh, prism specs to Chrono Trigger. That actually might be the second prism specs we sent over. So that's going to be... We're going to be dealing some damage before we even start. Alright, excavator. Take a little bit longer, comparatively, but still shouldn't be too bad. Get this section. Everything with treads is always annoying because you got to get both sides of the tread. Just a little bit. Just focus on each section at a time. This is always the tricky part, getting up in this little area. Anything with really tight access and they decide to put grime in there, just like, am I getting it all? I don't know. Maybe. Just gotta hope and spray. Alright, I got that tread at least. Get the inside of all of this and then go out and get the other side of this tread. A long ways like this, you can just scooch on over and hopefully get both sides of it pretty cleanly. From over here. Focus not too much on the little crevices. Hopefully we'll get just most of that in passing. I was focusing on the tread and I'm just like, alright, we're just going to keep going down this way. Alright. Good enough. Now back to over here, the tread. As I say, as I do everything but the tread. Should hopefully get the tread by now. I think I've got most of the big sections. There we go. Found the areas underneath all the rollers. You get all the rollers, I think so. Bit, that bit. Alright, I think that's most of down here. And just a little bit of the body. Probably down in this area. Maybe a little in the back. Let's see here. Alright, missing some right over here. So consider the body. And just this part here. Cover, I think it's just this section. Nope, I saw a big chunk right there. There we go. There it is. Alright, let's get the rest of below, and then we'll go on up top. Make sure to get this little ledge right here, because there's definitely going to be some there for this drive plate. Drive plate also include the top. Yes, yes it does. Alright, I think that's the drive plate. I think that's everything of note from below. Yeah, alright. Let's move on up. Clean up all this area pretty quickly. Let's see. Symphony of the Night weapons. Probably look up at some point, figure out exactly which ones are the ones I should really keep an eye out for. I like that katana I have, so I don't know if that's one of the best weapons or not. It kind of feels like it. I haven't played that game, aside from this, since it came out, so I have no idea which are the best weapons. So I need to do a little bit of research on it. Did look up those mini bosses I had issues with, though, and yeah, there's a couple tricks that we can do, specifically with some items that we just don't have, so if we get those items, that should make those fights much easier. I also need to look up, see exactly what my go mode items are for Symphony of the Night. I don't remember exactly what unlocks Dracula. I need to look that up. Aside from that, we have done most of that game yesterday. Slot lock, doing slot lock things, just front loading all the progressive items until it's just like, hey, look, you can almost beat the game at this point. It's like, oh, well, okay. Thanks, slot lock. Little pieces that we're missing. A little too close. Up underneath this exhaust, yep. Filter, because this one's in the intake. Here, gotta get that one here. Yeah, probably need to get the underside of it too. Yeah, it's fine. And I missed that whole side. I guess when I was doing the tread earlier, I just completely whiffed on doing the upper side. Alright, well, I guess we can do that now. This mirror. Said finish. No, mirror is finished. Alright. All good. Vents. There's some little cracks here I gotta deal with, like that. Alright. Lights. Got all that. Alright, I think I got all that. Gonna jump up from here, maybe. Nope, not quite. Alright, that's fine. Go around this way. So a little bit here on the outside we can hit. Work our way down the arm. Get the rest of it from the other angle. Just make sure we hit everything that we can see from up above. A lot easier to get the stuff from below than it is from above. We messing with the bucket. These little sides here. Oop, yep, there's a little right there. Right, cool, got that. Stick. Gotta get the stick. It's very informative. Stick. This side of the stick. There's probably like an underneath area that I'm missing. That stick goes all the way up there. Alright, that makes sense. There, come on. Get the rest of the stick. A little area between this tube. Maybe. Maybe down underneath it here. It's the cylinder. There's the stick. A section that meets up with the cylinder up here. Below it, maybe. Nope, we get stick. Yeah, okay, we get stick. Oh, this whole section counts as a stick. Oh, this is cylinder. You know, I think this is the stick, but this is the stick. Yeah, alright, whatever. Alright, let's see. Boom, that little area. Probably from above. This little bit here. A little bit from below. Oh, I really wanted me to get that headlight. There we go. I saw something. Body, no. Engine compartment. Thought I got most of that. Probably missing an area with all these little panels, or nope, the whole side of it. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's see here. Cylinder bracket. Where's that at? This is the boom. Bracket down there. Come on. Right angle for this. Which chunk am I missing? There we go. Stick cylinder. Just a little bit. Probably underneath it somewhere. That's a weird angle to get to. Yeah, see a little bit right there. Yep. Drive housing grips. Those guys. Yep, probably on the other side. Yep. Oh, and even just the housing itself. Wheels. Which one of these? These are rollers. Those are rollers. These guys. Idler. The wheels are in the back. There we go. Nothing of note sent out though. Let's take a look. Yeah, nothing of note. Freestone to Necrodancer though. Something. Alright, that is all our vehicles. What bonus jobs we got? A submarine and modern mansion. Those look to be the only ones we currently have left at the moment. So let's do it. Do we have specialty nozzles on this one? All right, we do got to try. Just this. This should be a quick one. Big coverage. So that area underneath, I'll have to go down and get to, but we'll focus on the top for now. Oof, alright, sneezing hurts. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, the extension should be able to knock out the top real fast. I have to jump down and get the weird angles though. Walk around, get the other side, and then we'll jump down. This is definitely one where you can consider sweeping coverage. You can just go across like nearly the entire thing. Gotta really focus on that a little bit though. I don't think we got a single ding yet though. What areas from underneath that we're gonna have to get. Oh, there's a ding. So it begins. Alright, that's a little far away. Be able to get all that. Let's get the rest of this. On down there. Alright, head down. Little section. To say exactly how much we're hitting. Just jump all the way down and see what it looks like from below. So I've never actually done this stage. Yep, there's a whole bunch down here. Okay. A little bit slower to get better coverage. Let's get that angle up in there. Let's see, we need extension for up in there. Go. Most of these. There's a propeller. And a propeller. Casing is going to be a little tricky. I need to get that from up above. Let's make sure at least can get the upper sections that we can't really see from below. Yeah, probably need to get it from the other side. Big strap. The extension for now to get all these little weird angles that you can only see from way back here. Like that little spot there is hard to see any other angle. Here, I go back to short. make sure I get this little spot. Let's see. Feel like there's actually a lot more of this tank that I'm missing, probably up above somewhere. Start highlighting a little bit. Really be able to see which little bits we're missing. Yeah, I can see a lot from that angle. Exactly how I'm going to get to that. Well, actually, this angle might actually work. An extension though to get up there. Still missing a lot though. Probably right up there underneath that somewhere. Need to be on the lower level somewhere. Let's see. Take a look. Yeah. Let's get the back of this casing over here. Let's look at the weird angles. Extension, please. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All up in there. Jump over to get the last little bit because it's probably right around that corner. Get this while we're here. See it? Let's clean it. Too close. Lose a camera. Let's see here. Stand. It's railing. Let's get those dings. See there. Yeah, get that railing. Handle. Yeah, that is a railing. From this angle. where I can just see it from here. There we go. Get it all up in between here. There's this arm. Get those. Weird angle. Don't fall off, don't fall off. Alright. Didn't fall off. Just a little bit in this casing. Mount. There we go. All these little bits that we missed now. A little bit of a hole. Yeah, it's gonna be down here in this little crack. Ah, nope. Damn it. Alright, gotta run all the way around. I think we should be able to get to most of it here, though. Yeah. Nice. Get the rest of these. You got that tank. You got that tank. Got all that. Got those pipings. Alright. Getting to the point, I think we're going to have to look up what we're missing now. Conning tower. What is even that? Ah, look. Oh, yeah. Wow. Missed a lot of that. Yeah, should have known. I forgot to jump over here. Fine, we got it now. Alright, well, missing the periscope. There we go. Alright, let's get the rest of this. Got the handle. A little bit here. I think that's most of this. Headlight casing, okay. This little guy. That. All intake. Where is that? Oop, those guys. Walls. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Did forget to go over onto this side and do this. Let's see. Pillar brackets. Yeah. Thought I got most of that, but I guess I didn't get this little part. Or, yeah, I didn't really get any of that part. Alright, never mind. Get all up in here. Got that. Get the rest of this. You jump all the way across, get that other one. Because it's probably the outside bit. Yeah. Alright. Robotic arm mount. Gonna be up here in front. That little guy. Gonna be up top somewhere. Looks like it. very top somewhere. Oh yeah, completely missed that one. All right. Under side hatch frame. Hatch frame. That little guy. Nice, got it. Hey, command melody to Wind Waker, so that's something. Anything else of note? No. Let's see here. I think this is our last one that we have available to us at the moment. So let's knock it out. This, we have another 13 levels we still need to unlock. So I'm debating if that's too many levels we need to work through or just the right amount. I'll look up how much time we spent afterwards and figure it out. Because our last run, last multi-world, we spent about 10 hours in Power Wash alone, which was about double the time of any other game. So I was trying to cut that down a little bit. Did I succeed? I don't know. We are going to find out. If I can, get the rest of this mailbox. I spent 10 hours just on this mailbox. There we go. How many ladders are there? This might be one of the long levels, but we will find out. Go through, get this driveway bit. It's all outside. It might not be too bad. It's just got a bunch of walls and such. I don't know. We're already at 10%. It might just be a medium one. Maybe I should, ahead of time, I should look at my YAML and actually see which of the long levels it put in, just so I can be prepared. If I'm running low on time and wanting to wrap up the stream, I don't want to start a really long level. If anything, I'll probably start a stream with a long level and just see where we go after that. Probably a better idea, honestly. Why did I clean it? Rude. Let's get the rest of this. Get this pole. Again, get in the lower area first, so then I can go up and just get the upper angle afterwards. So in the driveway. Just tiny little bits. There we go. Get that wall. Let's get this area. There's this pillar. Make sure I don't forget the light. Oop, light has already been got. I'll get this trim. Go all the way around. It might. Yeah. No, they're actually. No, yeah, it goes all the way around. Nice. Get the garden area real quick. Let's remove this wall. That. A little bit of this rim. Nice. So the lights are very quickly cleaned. That, yep. Get this pillar. That part of the floor, this part of the floor. Just get all part of the floors. Here, let's get the rest of the front from the bottom angle, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Not expecting to reach all the way up there, but I'll take it. Do all that when I go up to that part. Got all that side right? Yep. All right, cool. Let's run right around over to here. A little extension for that area up there. A little high up. Surprised I'm actually getting that area without having to go at it from above. Oh well. It's this area. Go. Let's finish getting this little spot. Close to wall. Did I get all of this? I think I did, yes. Okay. Alright, let's get the whole backside. Big coverage. Yeah, let's just get the rest of this floor real quick. This wall that I got at this wall. Yeah, got that wall. Make sure I got that section. Go. That we'll have to get from the inside. That's the tedious part of this level, is getting up all these little corners. All these balconies. Why are there so many balconies? We might need to get inside of that area as well, or maybe it wraps around. Yeah, looks like it wraps around. All right, we get the rest of this. It should be good. Yep, nice. All right, so it stopped sending out checks again. So the 100% of the submarine did not get sent out, and then nothing of this one. It started sending out. So for some reason, this just AP implementation just sometimes gets stuck. Not entirely sure why. These are valid levels, and it is definitely considered completed. To see if after I finish this, the required completed levels counter gets incremented or not. If it's being counted toward my goal, and it's just not sending out the percent sanity checks, or if it's not counting for anything at all. I'll have to double check all that. I do wonder if it's like a time-based thing, if it's hitting a server is timing out, but I won't think so because it's getting active checks pretty consistently. It's definitely not require levels completed because it's done it after 4 levels before, and this time this is doing after like either 9 or 10. So it's not level based. Okay, now I think I need to start climbing up. Scaffolding, go. Manually send out all of these checks afterwards, starting with the submarine 100%. Luckily this is the last level we're doing for today. I assume this doesn't unlock more levels, that is. I think We unlocked our chrono trigger, right? So I might take a little break and then start that afterwards. A little bit of progress on that. I think we do technically have go mode, assuming we can find our frog, which should be doable. I think we have pendant, so the only place that we can't check would be prehistoric. So that's only one slot that frog could be that will not give us go mode. We'll have to definitely take a look. The real question is, good places to farm to gain levels quickly. That I've not done much practice on. I've only ever done like full speed runs. Specific routes to go, but not when it's just like, alright, you already have go mode. Figure it out. Anything, I know a few zones that we can hit and gain some pretty decent levels in TP. Anything we can go, if we can get an early screen wipe, we can go, since we have pendant, we can actually go straight to future. Although there might be faster ways of doing stuff that I'm not entirely certain. Well, we'll try different things and figure it out. Sure, it won't be the last time in this Multiworld series that we have immediate go mode and chrono trigger, since it's pretty easy to hit. You only need 3, or depends on the go mode. There are 2 of them that require 3 different items and 1 that require 2 items and a character, so it's easy enough to hit right out the gate, especially if it's one of the last things to unlock, even though this one I think was the 3rd game to unlock, because yeah, we don't have Wind Waker or Necrodancer yet. I have to go up a little bit, hit most of this. To trigger the barbell. Yeah, barbell bar still need a little bit. Weights need a little bit. There we go. Missing a little bit. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this. Should be good. I need to go around though. Well, got the window at least. Still need to work a little bit on trim. Alright. Ladder, teleport, go. Shouldn't be too bad. It's very straightforward. Make sure I get the floor as well. Get the ceiling, get this wall. I think this floor sectioned out. Yeah. I need to get this section in before I go over into there. Yep. get the door, get the rest of this wall. It goes up and around, so I'll get that when I get back up there. Get the rest of this. Missing a little bit on this outside. Good. I'm really missing a little bit on the outside of this pole. There we go. This barrier, I guess. Trim. All right, yep. Floor while we're at it. Wall. No, gotta get more on the outside. Okay. There we go. It's happy now. That should be able to wrap up this floor. Yep, there we go. Should be able to just jump on this vent to get on up. Let's get this roof and the wall that's on the roof. If there's a way to send multiple locations at once, like if I could pass in a list. It has to just be a single location at a time. Something I'll have to test later. Figuring out now, even though I do have 11 locations I need to send out. Alright, what are we missing? Barrier post. Get that post. Got that one. Okay. All right, got all that. Did I get the outside of this wall? I did. Just a little bit on this trim. See any highlight? Don't. Oop, missing a whole lot there. Let's go up and down with this one. More coverage. Much faster. Even though I don't like going up and down as much, it's definitely less comfortable for me. And it has its moments. Alright, I gotta highlight what I'm missing now. Lots of little pieces. Like these barbell weights. They're just weights, they'll get dirty again. That's what they do. Got those. First floor ceiling light. Just a light, really? Guess there are a lot of lights. Did I miss? No. Got it. Oh, missed another one. Okay. It's glowing. Hello? Any? Nope, that one. Got it. Let's see here. Punching bag. I'll let it go. I guess I want scaffolding for first level. Ladder might be a little bit faster. Got that. Rear balcony. Oh, I missed a whole bunch back there. Where is it at? That. Oh, that little area. Yeah, missed a entire section. It's very, very secret. Hard to get to here. Get most of it though. I think that should be good. Okay. We're about going to need door handle, stupid door handles, and a few things on the third floor. Okay. Ladder. Ladder, go. Oh yeah, much faster. Let's see here. These ceiling lights that I know of. What am I missing? Oh, I am actually missing these. Gotta get them from the other side. Doorway header, that little guy. And third floor upper walls. It's a feature wall. It's gonna be up there, I think. It's a feature wall. This is upper wall, I think. Well, it's just wall. This guy, but not this guy. Probably way over here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Extension, please. Did it. Alright. I did not send out anything, so let me actually check. So yeah, required levels did go up, so it did count it as it being finished. It just didn't send out any checks. So let me go to the server and go ahead and do that. So let's see here. I need this to be green, 100%. Helm to Chrono Trigger. Then the rest I need to be modern mansion. Go up 10% each time. There's 10. Didn't save it. Hold on. It's 20%. Just do a quick insert of the 10 spot. So there's 30, 40, 50. Bunch of garbage so far. 60. Tingle tuner. 70. 80. 90. Bloodstone. I wonder what that is. It's not marked as progression, so I don't really care, but kind of curious. And 100. Ring Award, a Necrodancer. All right, I did not unlock any more levels, so I believe, yes. So levels of interest, it's showing, well, 0, but they'll scroll through all these and none of them will be green because none of them we have are currently unlocked. So yeah. I have nothing on the front page, nothing here. And it's going backwards from negative for some reason, but who knows? But it should count as being finished. Let's see if I take a look at the tracker. Power wash, yes, 10 levels completed. Hunter checks are sent out, so that sounds about right. Let's double check the tracker for slot lock, and I believe we have Chrono Trigger unlocked. No, we actually have all of them unlocked. When did we unlock Wind Waker? Huh. Alright, I missed that at some point. Or maybe I saw unlock Wind Waker and I thought it was the wand. That is the most recent thing that we unlocked. Command melody. Progressive bow. Oh yeah, unlock Wind Waker slot lock. Yeah, I think that meant that I thought that was the wand that we were unlocking, but no, that was the game itself. And there's the Chrono Trigger. So yeah, we actually have all games unlocked at the moment. Nice. Might do Chrono Trigger first because that is the easiest to unlock more things. Let's see, what time is it? 6:30. I've been going at it for about 3 hours. Might actually go ahead and just call it there for the day. Take a little break, get some stuff done around the house. So, till next time, remember, always pet the cat. And I will catch you all later.